how schools can survive and maybe thrive with AI. Teachers should focus on figuring out what AI does well. Last November, when ChatGPT was released, many schools felt as if they'd been hit by an asteroid. In the middle of an academic year with no warning, teachers were forced to confront the new aliens seeming technology, which allowed students to write college-level essays, solve challenging problems, set and ace standardized tests. Some schools responded unwisely. I argued at the time by banning ChatGPT and tools like it, but those bans didn't work, in part because students could simply use the tools on their phones and home computers. And as the year went on, many of the schools that restricted the use of generative AI, a category that included ChatGPT, Bing, Bard, and other tools is called quietly rolled back their bans. Ahead of this school year, I talked with numerous teachers, school administrators, and university faculty members about their thought on AI. Now, there is a lot of confusion and panic, but also a fair bit of curiosity and excitement. Mainly, educators want to know how do we actually use this stuff to help students learn rather than just try to catch them cheating. I'm a tech columnist, not a teacher, and I don't have all the answers, but I can offer some basic short-term advice for schools trying to figure out how to handle generative AI. First, I encourage educators, especially in high schools and colleges, to assume that 100% of their students are using ChatGPT and other generative AI tools on every assignment, in every subject, unless they are being physically supervised inside the school building. At most schools, this won't be completely true. Some students won't use AI because they have moral qualms about it, because it's not helpful for their specific assignment, because they lack access to the tools, or because they are afraid of getting caught. But the assumption that everyone is using AI outside the class may be closer to the truth than many educators realize, and is a helpful shortcut for teachers trying to figure out a way to adapt their teaching method. Why would you assign a take-home exam or an essay on Jane Eyre if everyone in class except perhaps the most straight-laced students will use AI to finish it? Why wouldn't you switch to proctor the exam, essays, and in-class group work if you knew that ChatGPT was as ubiquitous as Instagram and Snapchat among young students? Second, schools should stop relying on AI detector program to catch the cheaters. There are dozens of these tools on the market now, all claiming to spot writing that was generated with AI, and none of them work reliably well. Ask OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, which discontinued its AI writing detector this year because of a low rate of accuracy. It's possible that in the future, AI companies may be able to label their models' outputs to make them easier to spot or detect better. AI detection tools may emerge, but for now most AI text should be considered undetectable, and the schools should spend their time and budget otherwise. My third piece of advice, and the one that may get me the most angry emails from teachers, is that teachers should focus less on warning students about the shortcomings of generative AI than on figuring out what the technology does well. Last year, many schools tried to scare students away from using AI by telling them that tools like ChatGPT are unreliable, prone to spitting out the nonsensical answers and generic sounding prose. This criticism, while true of early AI chatbot, are less true of today's upgraded model, and clever students are figuring out how to get better results by giving the models more sophisticated prompts. As a result, students and many schools are racing ahead of their instructors when it comes to understanding what generative AI can do. If used correctly, and the warnings about the fraud AI system issued last year may ring hollow this year, now that ChatGPT the 4 is capable of getting passing grade at Harvard. Alex, the chief executive of the AI Education Project, a nonprofit organization that helps schools adopt AI, said teachers needed to spend time using generative AI themselves to appreciate how useful it could be and how quickly it was improving. For most people, ChatGPT is still a party trick, he said. If you don't really appreciate how profound of a tool this is, you are not going to take all the other steps that are going to be required. There are resources for educators who want to born upon AI in a hurry. The Mr. Coran's organization has a number of AI-focused lesson plans available for teachers, as does the International Society for Technology in Education. Some teachers have also begun assembling recommendations for their peers, such as a website made by faculty at Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania that provide practical advice on generative AI for professors. In my experience, though, there is no substitute for hands-on experience. So, I'd advise teachers to start experimenting with ChatGPT and other generative AI tools themselves, with the goal of getting as fluent in the technology as many of their students already are. My last piece of advice for schools that are flummoxed by generative AI is this. Treat this year, the first full academic year of the post-ChatGPT era, as a learning experience, and don't expect to get everything right. There are many ways that the AI could reshape the classroom. As a professor at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, thinks the technology will lead more teachers to adopt a flipped classroom, having students learn material outside class and practice it in class, which has the advantage of being more resistant to AI cheating. Other educators said they were experimenting with turning generative AI into a way for students to practice their skills at home with the help of a personalized AI tutor. Some of these experiments won't work, some will. That's okay. We are all still adjusting to this strange new technology in our midst, and the occasional stumble is to be expected. But students need guidance when it comes to generative AI, and the schools that treat it as a passing fad, one enemy to be vanquished, will miss an opportunity to help them. A lot of stuff's going to break, Mr. Molick said, and so we have to decide what we are doing rather than fighting or retreat against the AI.